My name is David, and I am 49 years old. Every morning I wake up in a bed that feels cold and empty. The other side of the mattress is always untouched. Sometimes, without even realizing it, I turn my head toward that empty space, hoping that just for 1 second I will see my wife lying there. But that hope disappears quickly, because she passed away 6 years ago. No matter how many mornings pass, that moment still hurts. Since the day she left this world, my life has never truly been the same. I go to work, I talk to people, and I smile when I have to. But deep inside, I feel like the loneliest man in my town. I have one daughter. She is grown now, living her own life. She has her own home, her own responsibilities, and her own dreams for the future. She visits me whenever she can, and those moments mean everything to me. When she is around, the house feels alive again. But I never ask her to visit more often. I never want to disturb her life or make her feel responsible for my happiness. She deserves freedom, joy, and her own path. So when she leaves, the house becomes quiet again, and I return to my routine of being alone. Most evenings after work, I sit by myself in the living room or kitchen. I hear the soft ticking of the clock on the wall. I hear the low hum of the refrigerator. These sounds fill the silence. The rooms around me feel empty, even though they were once full of laughter, conversations, and shared moments. Sometimes I walk past old photographs or familiar furniture and feel a deep ache in my chest. It reminds me of how much life has changed. From the outside, my life looks successful. I have a good job that pays well. I live in a comfortable house. I can afford what I need. But success does not mean happiness. Money cannot give you warmth on a lonely night. A big house cannot hold your hand when you feel sad. A quiet kitchen cannot replace family breakfasts filled with voices and smiles. These are things people often understand only after they are gone. I understood it too late. Deep inside, I knew something was missing. I did not just miss my wife. I missed love. I missed companionship. I missed waking up with a reason to smile. I missed feeling connected to someone again. I wanted love back in my life, even though part of me was afraid to admit it. Every morning before going to work, I visit the same small café near my office. It has warm yellow lights, wooden tables, and the rich smell of fresh coffee beans. The moment I walk in, I feel calmer. The place feels safe and familiar, almost like a second home. Sitting there for a few minutes helps me prepare for the day ahead. But there is another reason I go there so often, a reason I did not expect. Her name is Emily. She is 24 years old, with bright eyes and a smile that can change the whole mood of the cafe. She works there as a waitress and almost always serves my coffee. She remembers my order without needing to write it down. She asks how I am and actually listens to my answer. Sometimes she laughs at my simple jokes, and that laugh stays with me long after I leave. I know she is much younger than me. I know it might seem strange, but the heart does not always follow logic. Her kindness slowly woke something inside me. It was a feeling I thought had died when my wife passed away. I did not plan it, it just happened. After months of quiet mornings and polite smiles, I finally found the courage to talk to her more. I asked about her day, her studies, and her dreams. She told me she wanted to go to design school one day. She liked drawing flowers and buildings. She dreamed of traveling and seeing the world. I listened carefully, trying not to show how excited I felt. Talking to her made me feel young again, nervous and hopeful, like a boy with his first crush. Slowly, I began to believe that maybe she liked me too. One morning, after many gentle conversations, I asked her if she would like to have dinner with me. My heart was beating fast, and my hands felt warm and shaky. For a moment, she looked surprised. Her eyes opened wide. Then she smiled softly and said yes. Our first date was simple, but it felt special. I wore my best blue suit and brought her roses. She arrived wearing a green dress, and she looked beautiful. We talked for hours. I told her about my daughter and my work. She told me about her art and the things she dreamed of doing in the future. When I drove her home, she thanked me for the evening. That night, I felt lighter than I had felt in years. We began meeting once or twice a week. We walked in the park. We shared ice cream. We talked about life, dreams, and everyday things. I brought her small gifts, like a scarf, a notebook for her drawings, and a tiny silver necklace. She always said thank you, but sometimes I noticed a small hesitation in her eyes. At the time, I ignored it. I was too happy to notice the signs. After a few months, I felt ready for something more serious. I cleaned my house carefully, cooked a special dinner, and lit candles. When Emily arrived, she looked surprised by the romantic setting. I spoke honestly from my heart. I told her how much warmth she had brought back into my life. Then I took out a small ring box and asked her to marry me. She became very quiet, her hands shook, and she looked down at the floor. In a soft but clear voice, she said she could not. She said she liked me, but she was not ready for marriage. She was too young. She wanted to study, travel, and grow as a person. She said she could not be my wife, not now, and maybe not ever. Those words hurt deeply, but I thanked her for being honest. I walked her to the door, and she left quietly. For many days after that, my heart felt heavy. But slowly, I understood something important. She did not break me. She simply told the truth. I still visit the café sometimes. Emily still serves my coffee kindly, but we keep a respectful distance. And little by little, I am learning that life can still move forward. She will not marry me, but I am still here, and my story is not over.